So I kind of heard a couple of days ago that Ama Governor, she's a YouTuber. I mean, I won't lie, I haven't watched a lot of, her videos, so I don't really know much about her, but I know she vlogs. She's in the Ghana School of Law. Apparently, she passed her Ghana Law School exams, passed the interview, but then she's not being, injected into the law fold because of bad character and conduct. I heard the news. Before I share my thoughts, I want to hear what Kojo Sheldon has to say about this, because Kojo Sheldon is a big YouTuber, so let me hear what he has to say. Let me hear what he has to say and see whether maybe my thoughts align with his or not.
Welcome to this episode of Y'all of the Day. My name is Kojo Sheldon. The head is big for a reason. I become rant. We are in a ranting season. When you go on Twitter,
Yeah, one thing I don't like about rants is usually when rants happen, not a lot of sense is in it. If someone says I'm about to rant, it basically means I haven't thought about it. I'm just going to gather my random thoughts and just give, my opinion about it. And usually rants more or less end up not having any much, sense to it. But then I hope he said something really sensible.
Is trending. A colleague YouTuber, Ghana YouTubers Association, we vex. This may be laughing matter. Now, she's trending because now, bro, this country are for left. Yo, bro, see, this country, me say, when you get a chance to leave this country, don't look back. Now, she's trending because, first of all, she has gone through our law school, 6 years or whatever. While passing exams, she passed in interview, everything. Time for her to be called to the Ghana Bar Association. The Ghana Legal Council, and they say what? They are not going to call her because, or they are not going to allow her to enter the fray because of what? Bad morals. Somebody actually go report him. Her social media escapades. Like the things she do on social media. Her takes on some issues. Like the LGBTQ and things. Go report them. So they say they no go make it. She's 6 years or 6 years in law school. In Ghana law school. Near Bruce law school. Imagine the stress. And we say you failed though. She passed. She go interview. She passed. The barrier to entry right now be morals. She said they are using moral. Ghana.
So I sort of see where he's going. With this, with his take on this. For me personally, the whole Ama Governor situation, it strikes me as someone who is not self-aware. Because, if you were self-aware, you'd be aware of the country we live in. We live in Ghana. We don't live in US. Ghana is a country where we are not. Obviously, Ghana is a country which is not very accepting to LGBTQ laws. Okay, we are not very accepting to that kind of behavior. Generally speaking, and that's not my personal opinion. For my personal opinion, me honestly, I really don't care about that thing. I really don't care about it. I really don't. But then, as a whole, Ghana isn't really accepting to that kind of behavior. And that is the country that you live in, or the laws in our constitution against it. And you are going to join an institution which made, such laws. So obviously there's a disconnect there if you want to join an institution. Imagine wanting to join an institution, but then you have opinions which are very contrary, or they contradict there are rules and regulations which have already been set, for many years. For some videos of her where she's, sort of speaking for the LGBTQ rights in Ghana. And Charlie, everybody is free to have their own thoughts, but you need to be self-aware and know that, Charlie, there are some things that you don't have to, talk about. Charlie, because you want to become a lawyer and you are speaking against the same institution that you want to be a part of. Obviously, there's a disconnect. For me personally, this is just sort of a learning curve to to people who put their lives out there on social media. You know, putting your life out there on social media is cool. It has its nice perks and all. You know, you get the fame, you get the popularity, but then it makes you less self-aware. It makes you say more than you should. Because with this, if you truly want to advocate for something like this, maybe you shut the fuck up. You keep your thoughts and opinions to yourself. You end up becoming a lawyer. You build yourself up into a very, you know, good lawyer. You have a lot of affiliations. And maybe later down the line, a few years' time, if you want to, you know, make a case for LGBT laws to, you know, to be more acceptable in Ghana, Charlie, you can do that, and maybe you have some people to support you. But at the point where you are not even in the institution, but you are sort of speaking against their laws, it doesn't work that way. It's wishful thinking to think that they were going to, you know, just allow you, or everything you were speaking about wasn't going to have consequences. And that's one thing as Ghanaians we have problems with. We fail to see and notice that the things that we say have consequences down the line. That's one thing about social media, especially if you're a public figure who makes videos. You are always going to have records of you, and all these records are going to be brought up eventually. None of these videos are hidden, they are public. So if it's something that goes, you know, against your record, and this is not even a morality argument, honestly, I don't care about her sexual life. What she does in private is none of our concerns, actually. You know, I don't really have a problem with the videos where she was talking about her sexual rights, her having sex with men, women. That one is be your personal life. Nobody they care. I think free speech is a good thing to have, but then free speech to me more or less is sort of an illusion, because free speech comes with its own consequences, and if you're not ready to bear the consequence, then Charlie, you shouldn't speak freely. Then you bab. So yeah, I think to all content creators, Charlie, if you want to be a martyr, if she wants to be a martyr, she wants to be, you know, she wants to be on some Martin Luther type thing, Charlie, feel free, you know, Charlie, use this opportunity, go to any and every news outlet and speak your mind. Use this opportunity to speak about it. Capitalize on this if you really want to be an advocate for these laws. But then I'm not seeing any response from her. She's clearly not capitalizing on this moment. So your math, okay, your math. It's sort of sad, because someone who has put in the work, you know, deserves to bear or to get the rewards that she, you know, worked hard for. So it's kind of unfortunate. But then I think this is an opportunity for content creators out there pursuing other careers other than being content creators to be more self-aware, because the careers that we pursue, if they are tied to certain institutions, not just any institution, which are tied to institutions which are very huge and have a lot of prominence, you need to be self-aware of the type of content you make. And Charlie, yeah, those are my thoughts on Ama Governor. She messed up. But I mean, she's young. We are all young. We all make mistakes every now and then. I think we should just use this as a learning opportunity. And Charlie, I feel bad, Seth, Charlie.